Hello gentlemen, and welcome to another monthly fitness challenge brought to you by the Order of Fire. Now, for this month, we're going to take a little bit of a different look at squatting. There are two different kinds of squats that I want you to look at today. The one that all of you know is your regular kind of squatting, and I will demonstrate that so we're all on the same page. Your feet are about shoulder wide, you're squatting down, your foot is in full contact with the ground and you're pushing up through your feet. Some people like to push more through the heels, but generally you are able to use force production through your full foot. Okay? The heel is on the ground, as is the rest of the foot, and some people might put something underneath the heel because of a lacking mobility in the ankle joint. In any case, your foot is in full contact with the ground and therefore you are able to move a lot of weight. I know a lot of you guys like moving a lot of weight, but that's not the only thing that's important in life. And this is where we get into the second kind of squat. Now, the second version that we're going to look at today is the Hindu squat. And I know for the Hindu squat you have a specific arm movement as well, and we're going to ignore that. We're just going to focus on the leg work. Now, the Hindu squat is different because on the Hindu squat you're allowed, or actually it's mandatory, that you raise your heels. So as you go down, your chest stays perpendicular to the ground and you basically sit down on your heels. Your knees, your knee joint, is in the full physiological bend that it was built to be able to do. Okay, remember that. This is what physiology is for. So your body was constructed to be able to get into this position without being damaged. Compared to the other squat where your upper body is bending forward, here you can stay upright, or you have to stay upright on the way up as well. Okay? So your heels raise up from the floor, your upper body stays perpendicular to the floor, your knees go in a full bend as far down as you can. Now, this actually is a resting position. Just as the squat is a resting position, and we found out that for a lot of people the squat isn't the resting position anymore because they haven't done full squats in a long time, maybe since they were little children. Unfortunately, the concept of if you don't use it, you lose it applies for human beings. So if you find out that you cannot go into a Hindu squat, then you definitely have to work on that. Because with age, it's not going to get better. And your knee is actually going to degenerate if you're not using it through the full range of motion that it was designed to do, just with any other of your joints, muscles, and so on. Now, for the challenge, what we're going to do is we're going to do or work towards a set of 100 repetitions. And the reason why we're doing this is because this is a concept that I remember from my old bodybuilding days. So it's also a concept that was experimented with for increasing muscle growth, even with bodybuilders. Of course, it also increases the strength around the knee joint, which is why I want you guys especially to do it, or to build a similar routine into your regular training. So the 100 repetitions, the idea of that was that the lower body muscles are built differently than the upper body muscles. The lower body, the legs, is built for endurance mainly, not for maximum strength production. So they had good results with muscle growth, and that was the theory behind it. Not very many people do that, sets of 100, and you only do one set because it's not pleasant to be on the safe side with my expressions, right? It can be quite painful because 100 reps is 100 reps, and the pain sets in, with quite a lot of repetitions left, if you get my drift. So it's also some training for your mind, pain resistance, and so on. The old saying, no pain, no gain, actually applies for this one. But anyway, you're going to work up towards those 100 repetitions, and it's one set, so you don't split the 100 repetitions. You also don't take breaks. So it's not like you're doing 30 repetitions, and then you pause for 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then you keep going. It's continuous movement at a more or less equal pace. Okay? So you do your 100 repetitions, you go through the pain and the discomfort, maybe better call it discomfort, until you're finished. Because you will most likely be able to do another rep and another rep and another rep. Okay? Your mind will tell you you're done, but your body is still able to keep going. This may actually be another effect, the hormonal discharge with the pain, that is responsible for the results. If you can do the 100 reps at an even pace, then you are allowed to add weight. So you can grab a kettlebell, hold them in a goblet squat position. You can put something on your shoulder, a sandbag maybe, whatever you think is appropriate for you. If you are not able to do even a few reps because of knee issues, then you need to find a way around it. So you could hold yourself onto something and pull yourself up. You could just do negatives and try to get down as low as you can, as slow as you can as well. Of course, that would be completely different from the challenge. But in that case, you really need to do some rehab for your knees, because that is just way, way, way off from what your knees should be capable of doing. As for rest days between this exercise, just go by the feeling that you have. So I wouldn't do it every day. I would probably give it, just with any other training, a rest period of 2 days in between your training days. So you train on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you don't do the 100 set, and then on Thursday, it's go again. All right? So give this a shot. Give us a video if you want, or a comment what your best performance was for 100 reps, or how many reps you were able to do at the end of the month in one set. And I would love reading that. All the best for you, and I'll see you again next month. Take care and stay solar.